Welcome back, guys, to the Sports Prophecy TV. And today we have a lot to talk about. It's been a while. Big up everybody out there in the football world, all the fans of the Reggae Boys and Jamaican football. We are back up and running. It's been a while. It's been a while, people, and we have a lot to talk about today. I want to talk a little bit about the Reggae Girls, and we're going to talk a little bit about the state of the Reggae Boys going forward. As you know, the Jamaican, the Reggae Girls they are currently playing down there. Big up yourself, Finnegan. They're playing down there in Australia. I have a brother in Australia. He's been, he attended the game. And he told me that the Jamaican Reggae Girls had an amazing performance. I think they had a brilliant performance. Jerome 876, big up yourself, my boss. Yeah, I think the Reggae Girls played really well. However, one of my worst nightmares came through when it came on to the Reggae Girls. I thought that this is going to be a problem, people. The moment that we enter the tournament, and I knew that all our goals is going to have to come from Bunny Shaw. And I said, what if Bunny Shaw picks up a knock in the tournament? That was my fear, And she ended up getting a red, 2 yellows and a red. No, she is out. And who is going to score goals for Jamaica? That's where the discussion comes in now. Who scores goals for Jamaica? Because no, I think this is the first time where I have to say, Jamaica has to try to play for a draw, basically, because I don't see Jamaica scoring against, even though Panama is not that great, I just don't see how Jamaica is going to score goals. That's my concern. How are we going to score goals? Where are we going to get the goals from? Because this whole team has been built around Khadija Shaw, and I believe that it's very dangerous when you build your team around an individual player. You're going to be in a lot of problems when that player goes down. And I think Jamaica is now at that place. Can we get goals from somewhere else? It's yet to be seen. Who you think, guys? The watcher? Nope. We have other players who can score. Please enlighten me, watcher. Let me know who you think can score for Jamaica, because I'm looking through I'm looking on the squad sheet and I'm not seeing where Jamaica is gonna get the goals. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know where Jamaica is gonna get the goals. And Panama, this Panama game, guys, was the game where Jamaica supposed to try to pick up 3 points and potentially draw one game and go through. In a way, this was set up for Jamaica to basically draw the game against Panama, pick up some points here and there if they can scrape a point against Brazil and scrape a point against France, which they already did. They got very lucky in that game. Diani is a top striker at PSG. She was very wasteful in front of goal. I think that led up the Jamaican Reggae Girls in that game where we got the result. However, we were outplayed, but defensively Jamaica was quite sound. I think Spencer in the middle of the park had an amazing game. How is your day? My day is good, Finnegan. How is your day, bro? Just been doing some stuff and doing some research and all that stuff. Finnegan, Watcher said, nope, we have players who can score. Watcher said, we have 4 other players who are quite fluent and can score at any given time. The sisters, number 7 and number 10. I don't think that's accurate. They played without Bunny Shaw before. No, Ghost Watcher, they have played without Bunny Shaw before, but have they played without Bunny Shaw at this level? Has they played without Bunny Shaw in a crunch time game like this where Jamaica basically has to win the game? No. Also, I see people saying that Jamaica, the JFF should appeal the decision. No, there was an appeal that went in. Big up yourself, Williamson. There was an appeal that went in. I don't think FIFA should overturn that. I think Bunny Shaw should get a red card for just stupidity. That red card, there was no reason for Bunny Shaw. Think about this, guys. We beat players like Damian Lowe for the same kind of behavior. Bunny Shaw tackled a centre back of the opponent of our opponents in their own half at almost at the corner flag. I don't get that. I just think it's like, Bunny Shaw, you're on a yellow. A lot of coaches would not risk keeping you out there and bring you off because you are our most valuable player. No, the coach had confidence in you to keep you out there, and you went and make that stupid tackle. Like, that tackle didn't mean anything. Like, that wasn't a game-saving tackle. I understand, Bunny Shaw, if players were on the move or players was in our 18-yard box and Bunny Shaw went and made the tackle. Yes, but that tackle was so silly that I when I saw it, I was like, Jesus Christ. It's like, it's just a thing with us. Like, we take 1 foot, 2 step forward and 3 step backward. Jamaica played so well. Bunny Shaw, even if we lost the game, we still needed you. So we didn't need you to get injured, and we didn't need you to commit a silly foul. However, I think that Bunny Shaw was targeted in this game by the referee. Based on my observation of the game, Bunny Shaw was targeted in this game by the referee. I saw that. I'm convinced the referee he was all over the girl. He was all over Bunny Shaw. He just wanted something to punish her for. He wanted something to punish her for, and he gave her that. That being said, JT, I still didn't think it warrant a yellow card. That French player should go to acting show. No, but that's what you do, Jerome 876. You take out the opponent's best player by diving. That's the psychology of the game. That's the mental side of the game. The old rooted roughness from level 1 is very hard to get rid of, said the watcher. Exactly, bro. These things are entrenched in us. Like, I was thinking, like, Bunny Shaw is I think on the whole entire field, Bunny Shaw was probably one of the most decorated players. Bunny Shaw is one of the most decorated players in the entire World Cup. That's like Messi slide tackling a Saudi Arabia player in that World Cup match in their own half, the center back. There was no need for Bunny Shaw to make that tackle. That tackle was a breakdown in concentration. And I would love to say I'm on the side of Bunny Shaw, but I have to be brutally honest. That was a lack of discipline. She broke down in concentration, and it might cost Jamaica a second round World Cup berth. That's what it comes down to now, because Brazil has what happened there. Brazil thrashed Panama. Now the next game, Jamaica will be playing Panama and Brazil versus France. No, if Brazil beats France, Brazil is now on 6 points. France is on 1. If Panama beats Jamaica, I'm pretty sure France will beat Panama. Jamaica still has a chance to. Jamaica has to win a game, basically. Jamaica has to win a game. Jamaica has to win a game, unless the only way Jamaica goes through, because I think it's goals scored, right? The amount of time the French try to injure Bunny and the ref. Yeah, the Bunny was targeted. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you people. And this is just the gist of the whole situation. Bunny Shaw was targeted in that game. Jody Brown, she had a good shift defensively, but she couldn't go forward. As I said, Diani was a monster. That PSG, I had to go over her page and give her a follow. I have to give her a little troll treatment as well, bro. I had to follow her. And what I like about Diani is like you can see the separation from her football life and her life, like that she's still because I'm telling you personal, like with the female game for me, when the girl them just too tough and too manly, I don't it's not my type of female footballer. Like that's why I think a lot of people are fans or like of Spencer. Spencer, she still, you can still see that she's good at what she does, but you can still see that she has that still that little feminine side to her. Even when she kick out the ball, she still look, she still look, yeah, she made the game she made the game more attractive. But now like big up yourself, Spencer. Oh my god, she is a bad one, people. Spencer, she is smoking, bro. I'm sorry, man. I have to tell other people, she look damn good. But nah lie, she's top class, bro. She's top class. Dan, she had the I can't say the man of the match. She had the woman of the match. That's what you say, right? The woman of the match. And that's why I'm not really to cover the female game, because my thing is no. I might end up saying something wrong because my thing is very uncensored and unfiltered. And if I'm going to talk about sports, I don't want to be restricted by the gender. I want to talk about performance and how I see it out there. And so I don't know, people, you have to educate me. Is it the man of the match or it is the woman of the match? Also, it's a historical moment in the World Cup where they had their first transgender. The person is a they who's playing for Canada. Queen, the midfielder, she's playing for Canada at this point. She is a woman, but she's transitioning into a man, I think. So she's representing Canada. And that's very confusing for me because I think if you are if you Nani say girl of the club or girl of the match. Okay, brother. Yeah, bro, them thing they confuse me. It's woman of the match. Oh, it's player of the match. Hemp Nation. All right. See? Yeah, so I was saying the World Cup has its first transgender person in the World Cup. I think she plays for Canada, so she's transitioned into a male, but she's playing. So I don't know, people. I hope this is not a thing in the future where the football becomes a playground for this kind of stuff where people are, I think the women's game should be, I think the women's game should stay for the women to compete and it's their game. Let's create another game for everybody else who are of another gender. Just like you have male football, women football. JT, no bother highlight them of this World Cup. Them are 9, yo. Yeah, I'm just touching to all the things that I've noticed, throughout the World Cup. A big joke thing. Yeah, man, a big joke thing, man. I was so confused when they were explaining it, that she was a woman, but she's transitioning into a male, but she's in the females World Cup. I didn't get it. I was confused. But I just hope, bro, we're going through, why I bring these things up, people, we're going through a time in history now. We need to take a screenshot of the world right now. And no, SCSL South Croy, it must be a man that identifies as a woman. No, it's a woman who identifies as a man. She plays for Canada. She's transitioning. So that was quite confusing for me. Yeah, man, watch out. We're gonna move on, bro, but I'm not on like a schedule I haven't done a stream in almost a month. and I'm going over everything that I've seen happening in the World Cup and in the football space. And we're gonna get to Jamaica, the Reggae Boys, because there's a lot I need to talk about in that realm as well. What I was saying is we need to take a screenshot of the world where we are today, because I think 10, 15 years from now, the world is gonna become so politically correct. Nothing will be the same. We're gonna be 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 in a delusional state, and we're going to have to see the wall purple and just say it's pink, and or else if you don't agree with people, we're gonna just be in a lot of problems based on how I see it, where it's going. Well, with that said, we wrap that up. Good luck to the Reggae Girls. Looking forward to the game on Saturday against Panama. Panama looked like they weren't that good. They wasn't ready. However, as I said, my question is, where is Jamaica gonna get the goals from? Where is Jamaica gonna get the goals from? Let's see. People are saying, the watcher says that Jamaica can get the goal. BBC reporter stick up the Moroccan captain with one of them fishy question at the press. Bro, I saw an article today where it says BBC reporter had to apologize. As long as we stand by Russia, we should be okay. Yeah, you know, to be honest, people, my views on Russia is shifting. It's shifting in a way. My views on Russia is slightly shifting, and maybe it's because I wouldn't say I'm dating a Russian, but I don't know. I think we're something, but we're not really anything. And she's Russian, and you know, she actually just came back from Russia, and we have these conversations, and her perspective of things, she's very conservative still. She still enjoys like giving me a massage or something like that, or just do something for me. Like when I'm running into women from the Western world, it's always a challenge and very combative to communicate with them. So I think as well, the culture and everything, bro, we're going into a place where I don't know what's gonna happen between male and female and communication. So, bro, we can't even talk about certain things, bro, because whether or not we agree or disagree, we are being restricted. Yeah, man. Go on BBC and learn. They forgot the Tate backlash already. Yeah, it's yeah, bro. None of us want to get the Andrew Tate treatment. Because these people, they will come for us online. Big up yourself, Donovan Joseph. Yeah, keep her close, JT. Them type of women, they rare. No, I'm telling you, bro. She's like, even when I come off stream, like, you know, she's like, yeah, you want to give a massage? I saw you like you have your back over your back over your hang over the computer for a while and stuff. And yeah, bro, she's I don't know where it's gonna go because she's much older than me and stuff as well. So we don't know, but I enjoy her company. She reminds me, like, we still have those women in Jamaica as well. Let's not forget that, bro. Jamaican women, what I realize is they do support you, bro. They support you in your dreams, and they will help you to get where you want to go. My realization is when I'm running into these like Western women, European, Canadian, American, they are, bro, the internet has captured their mind in a way how they see men. And there's going to be a big uproar sooner or later in the future when it comes on to the whole transgender, LGBTQ, and straight people and rights. This thing will blow up at some point because I can see it running away. You know, it's running away. But people have to remember that the majority of people around the world are still straight. So if we can't live together, and they can't appreciate some of our views, I think there's gonna be problems in the future. People need to be. I have no problem with those communities. I know that humans come in every shape, every form, every color, and I respect everybody on that human level, but I don't have to agree with what you do or your lifestyle, and I don't think you need to agree with my lifestyle as well. But if you're going to cancel me for disagreeing with your lifestyle, I that's just only gonna make people hate, build up more resentment. So I think some kind of discussion, they will have to figure this out, because we can't keep going in this direction where people are not allowed to voice their opinions, because then you get canceled because you don't agree. You know, like, I didn't know that we were all supposed to agree. Even in this comment section, half of us, we don't agree on a lot of things. Water under the bridge. People, Jamaica, the Reggae Boys. I'm going to be quite concise today in how I want to deal with this show. As I said, I don't come live anymore. I just don't come live when I don't have anything to talk about. I'm not going to make up any story and come and just go live just to go live. No, I'm talking about my concerns with the Jamaican Reggae Boys and the midfield. I'm looking at the pool of players, and we're looking very slim. I know people might say we have a lot of players in England. Who are these midfielders? The only two players I've seen in preseason that basically has put a foot forward is the preseason games. Yeah, bro, you can watch the preseason games on Sports Hub. I watched all the preseason match. I saw Coventry. I saw the preseason match with Ipswich, with Omari Hutchinson. He's not starting, but he was very lively. He made a crucial turnover in that game with Ipswich and Luton Town, where he turned over that ball and the player ran with it, went in the box, got fouled, and Luton Town equalized. No, Omari Hutchinson, I've seen what they're trying to do. And if you look on Twitter as well, there is a lot of good reports. There's a lot of good reports on Omari Hutchinson. Ipswich basically feels like they've signed a gem. They've got a steal. Ipswich feels like they got a steal, people. They got a steal. Omari Hutchinson is looking very, very good in preseason. He's looking very, very good into preseason. But as we said early on, people are saying to me, JT, take it easy, brother. Omari Hutchinson is on board. But I need to see Omari Hutchinson in the Jamaican outfit playing for Jamaica. Because now, people, we need players, People, we need players, The show will kick on right now, Leon Bailey, Craig Butler, I'm here today. Leon Bailey, I'm here today. JT is here today. And I'm going to talk about Leon Bailey. The prophecy has come through Leon Bailey. People, where's Leon Bailey in preseason? Is he even getting playing time in preseason? Please let me know. I saw Craig Butler over on Instagram commenting under the Aston Villa page when they signed Moussa Diaby. What did we say? I said that last season. I said I feel like Leon Bailey has done enough last season to keep him until January. No, they went out and brought in Diaby. That makes you know that it is definitely over for Leon Bailey at Aston Villa. He's going to be a 15 to 20 minute player at Aston Villa this season. He's not starting over Diaby. He is not starting over any one of those players. Because if you look at Emery, the way he operates, he goes out and look for the he goes out and look for the players he wants. Yo, my bro, long time. Yeah, man, long time, Siobhan. Yeah, Leon Bailey. You see, Leon Bailey's on vacation. Siobhan, unfortunate. If I was Leon Bailey, I wouldn't take any vacation, my friend. I don't think Leon Bailey did enough last season and in the Gold Cup to warrant to be on a vacation. I think he should have been in preseason fighting for his game. That's what Leon Bailey should have been doing. He should have been in preseason because, trust me, he's going to have a tough time making it onto the field. I've seen, as I said, he's going to be a 20-minute player at Because that also happened to Leon Bailey at Leverkusen. People, Leon Bailey wasn't like a guaranteed starter every game at Bayern Leverkusen. You guys might see the highlights on TV. I watch a lot of those games. Leon Bailey wasn't an out and out sure starter at Leverkusen every game. That wasn't the fact. Big up yourself, him. So no, this is the same thing that's happening to him now at Aston Villa. But guess what? It's the same thing again, people. At Leverkusen, he got injured as well. And when he got injured and came back, he was fighting to get back on the park. No, at Aston Villa, he didn't do himself any justice in the Gold Cup. He didn't. That's why they even went through with the deal. They made sure they got another player. And I was watching the Aston Villa podcast last night. Yo, big up, hey, big up to the podcast them out of the UK. People. The people them say, them couldn't pronounce my name properly. But them say, apparently, this YouTube blogger, something Taylor, he asked Leon Bailey about not passing the ball in a press conference. So the thing reached all of England, people. People, the press conference reached all of England, people. The people have sent me the clip where the man them said this journalist or vlogger. I'm not a journalist, people. I'm not a journalist. Them say this journalist or something. Taylor asked Leon Bailey in a press conference in the Gold Cup. They were laughing like the Reggae Boys fans are no joke. Why he doesn't pass the ball. And they went on to discuss that Leon Bailey is inconsistent. The same thing, bro. The guys are actually agreeing with me. And sometimes, people, I don't give myself credit, but I have to say, my bravery and how I look at the world, I'm never gonna change, people, because I know that these are the things that sometimes the right people see it. Because you see, me talking about Leon Bailey is inconsistent. For somebody on a podcast in England to basically be agreeing with me on a on YouTube where I have a 1,000, we only have 1,000 where I only have 1,000 subscribers. And people see that. It's because me come, bro, and I'm unfiltered, people. It's because me come and me unfiltered and me telling you the truth how me see it. You know what I mean? Because I know I will never get a player. Well, people, we have someone, we're going to interview someone very important. We're going to interview a reggae girl of something that went on with the Football Federation. Her career got mashed up and she's in a lot of problems, and she reached out to me. She wants to do the interview, but I told her I cannot do that interview right now because I don't want any distraction with the Reggae Girls in Australia. I believe that it's all hands on deck. I told her I don't want to be a cloud chaser where I bring her on the program and discuss all these things about the JFF and her career and what went wrong and it distract the Reggae Girls. I don't want to be a part of that. No matter how I come out here and talk, I have to be conscious of how I handle things. There's a lot left in him, but his mind is not where it should be. If everything gets over himself, then we might emphasize or might see. Yeah, bro, I think Leon Bailey's biggest problem is Craig Butler, bro. I think Craig Butler has the programming that Craig Butler put in his mind. The programming that Craig Butler puts in Leon Bailey's mind, I think it's affecting him. I think he didn't put the programming into Leon Bailey's mind to say, Leon, when you're not getting it right, best of yourself, we max it, Raheem, big up yourself. I think he didn't say to Leon Bailey, Leon, when you're not getting it right, accept that and grow and move on. A lot of people, you might jump over the way how Leon Bailey answered the question that I asked in that press conference. But the way how Leon Bailey answered that question in the press conference, it tells me why he's not improving. It tells me why he doesn't improve. The way Leon Bailey answered my question in that press conference for me, it gives me the answer of why Leon Bailey doesn't improve. Holland from Manchester City said something. He says a lot of players, and he's a young player from Norway, even though he's a top striker. He says, I see a lot of players in preseason and the off season, they're working on the same thing that they're good at. And then when they come back to the regular season, they are just the same player. He says when he goes on his off season, he's trying to solve what he is not good at. No, people, I at this point, I don't know what Leon Bailey is not good at, because I think he has the skills to play football. I think he's not good on the defensive end of the ball, but I think Leon Bailey's problem is mental. I think Leon Bailey's problem is mental, people. It is not a football problem. I don't know what it is, but it's something's not right there. Something's not connecting. JD says not just him, Taylor, but a lot of people in Jamaica manipulating the kids. He's just one of them. Yeah, man, it's and that's, you remember, people, I keep saying to you, and I keep calling out Richie Royal on the show, and I say, Richie, as soon as you can get back in your son's life, please hurry up and do that, because trust me, you don't want him to start believing he's better than what he is and stop growing. Because remember, he still he got one foot in the door at Chelsea, but he has a lot more hurdles to get to where. Remember, Chelsea just put Omari Hutchins out on loan. I see Chelsea just let go another kid to the Belgium, what's that club in Belgium named JD? You know, the top club in Belgium, Atterheim or something. I don't remember the name of the club. It's a club in Belgium. And there's a big shift happening in football, people. What do you think? All these big names are heading. We're still on the Reggae Boys midfield. We're going to get into that. But there's a lot of big things happening in the Saudi Pro League. A lot of players are opting out, are opting to join the Saudi Pro League. I think the Saudis have decided their mind that, listen, we got the bread, we got the butter, we got the cheese, and we're going to compete. I think the Saudis are ready to compete monetarily with the English Premier League. Yo, Anderlecht. Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I think the Saudis are ready to compete because they're making an offer of 250 million for Mbappe. And its potential, they're saying it could go up to 700 million or something like that. So they're making the moves. Sané Mane, he's heading out to Al Ittihad, I think. As they say, it's 4 top clubs in Saudi Arabia. And these top clubs in Saudi Arabia, they are making the big moves. Henderson should be moving out there. There's rumors that Fred might end up out in the Saudi league. So it seems like Saudi is where players are going to touch down to make that big bucks. And listen, people, Saudi Arabia has the money to blow, people. They got the bread to blow because remember, it's like having oil in your country, It's like you have a bank in your house, with one printing machine, just a print money, You see the pump where you pump up the oil is a money to printing, bro. So the Saudis have a lot of money. JD say yes, a lot of kids leaving Chelsea on loan because they can't be guaranteed game time. Hutchinson left, not the other way around. 2 others want to leave because of the same reasons. Yes, so that's what I'm trying to say. That's what Whisper is going to run up into in Chelsea. Whisper is going to have to blow our minds. He's going to have to pull off something that none of us have seen for him to basically get into that Chelsea team and get playing time. I believe he will probably get into the youth team. And if he gets into the youth team, it's good for him. But he's training with the first team, it seems. But him getting into that Chelsea first team, bro, that's years away. Unless he is out of this world, bro. Unless he's Cristiano Ronaldo at 17 at Manchester United. That's the only, because Chelsea is a factory to just turn over products and get rid of them. That's what Chelsea does. Chelsea is like a farm school where it just it mines players and just distribute them to clubs. Chelsea, Chelsea, they really stick some things in them contract when they're selling their players. Which one of these players that Chelsea? Who was it? No, Man City. I just saw a contract this week where Man City, I think, sold on a player to Southampton. I think he's a player to Southampton. Now the player wants to go to Liverpool. Liverpool wants to get the midfielder from Southampton. But Man City has a buyback clause in his contract plus a 20% sell-on clause in the contract. So Man City actually stick themselves to the player anywhere him go. So it's a similar situation almost with Chelsea, where a lot of players, young players, just end up being on loan till they get to a point in their career where Chelsea just lets them go and they end up in the championship or something like that. So Chelsea is that kind of club. They're not necessarily the club where I see a lot of young kids break through, because as soon as Chelsea is a transfer window, ranking from Chelsea links to Leicester City. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing with Chelsea. As soon as the transfer window up, Chelsea, them boss, them pockets start scratch them, and them one of the biggest players in the world. So it's gonna always be hard. Same thing happened to Abraham. Abraham was a good striker coming out of Chelsea. I think he ended up at Roma, or one of those clubs in the Serie A. So it's one of those clubs where young kids don't really get to kick on. Unlike Arsenal though, big up everybody here who's the Arsenal fans. Arsenal, I think the Arsenal fans in the UK are not very happy right now with what's oh god, I can't remember his name. What's the striker name from Arsenal, man? The little black youth there. Jesus Christ, his name. Yesterday, I talked to somebody about him. And Arsenal needs a striker. Arsenal needs a striker. Jesus is like Imam Bailey and those guys are just injury prone. Jesus is not gonna give you a full season. Like, he's always gonna go down for a while. So Arsenal needs a striker. The funny thing about football is, people, you only can play 11 players at a time. So Chelsea will forever have problems. Yeah, man. Nketiah. All right. So Nketiah, but he's a kid who came up through the Arsenal. Nketiah, right? Nketiah came up, JD, through the Arsenal channel. I think he came through the academy. Nketiah. So I was happy that Nketiah got to play first team football for Arsenal, because I think if you don't let some of those kids show what they have, they'll never kick on. Your boy JD, he moved from I think PSG. Simmons. I know he's going on loan in Germany now. Your boy Xavi Simmons. Yeah, I think he's moving on to Germany as well. He's another player that we basically can say he's a flop. That player is a flop. He's yet to show what that hype was about on social media about this young player at Barcelona. Yes, I help Palace pay for him. Yeah, man. So, people, what's going on with Mikel Antonio? So, just like the Premier League, I hope Coach Hallgrimsson, Coach fly up. His market value went up. Okay. It went back up. Okay, because I know he wasn't getting on the pitch a lot. No, let's talk about Coach Hallgrimsson. No, I'm worried, people. I'm very worried. And the reason why I'm worried is this. I'm looking at Hallgrimsson's track record at in Iceland, and I realized that he played the same players for a number of years, and I'm just scared that I wonder if he's planning to do this with Jamaica, because right now, let me tell you this, people, we can get with hopes up when the Nations League is gonna start, and we are say, yo, that Persia will come in, that Persia. As I said, they haven't got in touch with Reece Nelson as yet. I heard nothing about Reece Nelson. If anybody else heard about Reece Nelson, please let me know. The last time I spoke to somebody, nobody could get in touch with Reece Nelson. So I've heard nothing about Reece Nelson as a midfielder coming in. As I still said, Omari Hutchinson, now that he's at a club where he's going to get more playing time, maybe. And I think Omari Hutchinson's chances of playing for Jamaica now, for me, is even higher because he's in the championship. And I think, no, this is where the effect of playing international football for him will raise his stock. So I think, no, Omari Hutchinson should take the next call up for Jamaica because he's now at a second division. Well, the first division I would say is the Premier League. I'm just doing it in that level. The second division in the English league. So no, I think that Omari Hutchinson will play for Jamaica now because he actually needs to play for Jamaica now because Jamaica will help to rise his stock if he really wants to get back to Premier League level and not get lost in the championship. Because let me tell you this, people, a lot of players get lost in the championship. A lot of good players who came up through the Premier League top tier clubs get lost when they end up in the championship if their clubs doesn't make it back to the EPL. No, Casey Palmer is having a brilliant preseason for Coventry, but Casey Palmer is also another player who never gives you an entire season. Casey Palmer is another player who never gives you an entire season. Aim says JT Iceland, the pool talent limited and definitely not the best. I would argue that's the reason why. So that's what I'm trying to say. I hope Coach Jaime is out recruiting now, because this is what I'm saying, Ames. We cannot enter the Nations League and start 4 centre backs. Remember in the Gold Cup, people, we were playing 4 centre backs. Joel Latibodier, Kevin Lambert, Dishard Bernard, and Damian Lowe. That's unheard of. I don't know any other football team in the entire world. I'm sorry, people. I don't know any other football team in the entire world which is starting 4 centre backs, 2 in the midfield and 2 in defense. I've been looking around and I don't see any club or any international teams that's starting 4 centre backs. So if we are our next friendlies, if we see the coach don't have another player in that midfield role, guys, we're doomed. We are doomed. If the coach have 4 centre back, JD, City can play a 11 goalkeeper under Pep Guardiola. It's a different level, JD, when it comes to coaching and a different system. The City system is like you know what I mean? It's like them Chinese factory there, brother. Anything you put in there come out. It just you see me I say? So what I'm saying is, if Coach Jaime doesn't bring in 2 midfielders, people, we are doomed. Because as I said, Daniel Johnson is also not the answer. Daniel Johnson is not the answer. Daniel Johnson is not the answer. So we cannot. I don't want Gold Cup time come on, people. So we have DJ. People, what's going to happen to Jamaica is, if this is the way we're going forward with the team we have now, we're gonna always do well against the smaller teams. We're probably gonna, and I'm still waiting to see how Jamaica plays against Haiti. That Nations League game, Jamaica versus Haiti. I'm telling you this right now. If Jamaica don't have two proper midfielders out there, Jamaica is gonna get beat by Haiti in that Nations League game. I promise you. I promise you. We're gonna get beat by Haiti and we're gonna get beat by Honduras if we go out there with that defense. Honduras is not a good team, but Honduras plays at a very high tempo. And based on Jamaica's team makeup, we start games very slow. Look where it came off with the Mexico game. Look at the St. Kitts game. We start games very slow. We start our football games very, very slow. And when you have, and I said it, guys, I said the way our team is built, our team is not built to come back from a 1-0, 2-0 deficit. The problem is when you set up so defensively, you're going to have to make so many adjustments to try to scrape out a goal because you don't have the players out there playing in a cohesive manner. Brother, if Man City down by 4 halftime or Liverpool, them side there, you feel like them can't come back. We always feel like a Man City and them side they can't come back because we know they just have to make a few adjustments and keep doing what they do. They have the pieces. That's the thing. They have the pieces. The problem is, no matter what we want to say, bro, to be honest, the only pieces we have is, I'm looking at it right now, is Demarai Gray. Guys, I've really sat back and I look at it. Mikel Antonio is no longer in his prime. Mikel Antonio is no longer in his prime. And I don't think Mikel Antonio is going to dominate Concacaf. I think he's a marked man. I think as soon as they see Mikel Antonio out there, they're always going to just pressure him 3-on-1. Mikel Antonio. Coach, Jaime, another thing, my friend, I keep saying this. We cannot use that Swedish style of football with this Jamaica team. People, when Jamaica drew the game against Mexico, we had 2 up front, In the whole entire Gold Cup, we played 1 striker. That's how Sweden plays. And look at the results that Sweden has been getting. I'm telling you, that lone striker up front, it doesn't work anymore in football, people. Lone striker, you have to be, your entire team has to be exceptional for the lone striker to work. You cannot have so many players who are playing out of position or just not consistent enough. And you're playing a lone striker. No, people, that's a main thing that we forgot when Jamaica went into that game against Mexico in the Gold Cup. Jamaica played a double striker against Mexico in that game. And that's when the coach played the true 4-4-2, I think. Ever since that, with Demarai Gray coming in, I think he moved on to mark striker, something like a false 9 / attacking midfielder, roaming midfielder behind that striker, and your 2 wingers making underruns. That sounds great if you are Liverpool, where you have Salah and you have Mane and you have them kind of players there. That sounds good. However, for Jamaica, that doesn't work. Mikel Antonio puts in the work and he gives you that work, but he doesn't give you the goal because he's so much occupied with working on getting the football. So Jamaica has to start playing on the front foot. And if we're going to play that lone striker, Jamaica will never, mark what I'm saying, Jamaica will never be winning anything in the Concacaf. If we stick to the lone striker, my friend, we don't have enough goal threat. He's just not that dangerous. It's not Messi we have up front who can just take it and go score. No, Demarai Gray, in his first Gold Cup, made the Concacaf 11. Leon Bailey gets 30 million at Aston Villa. Demarai Gray is still under 10 million. They want 7 million for him at West Ham. West Ham wants 7 million for offer 7 million for Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray made the Concacaf 11. Leon Bailey has been playing for Jamaica for over 3 years. I don't think Leon Bailey has ever made an 11 in the first round, the second round, or anything. What does that say to you, Mr. Butler? You are the genius. You are the football god. Leon Bailey has never made a Concacaf 11 in any capacity. Even Damian Lowe made a Concacaf 11. Ravel Morrison made a Concacaf 11. Demarai Gray just had 5 games for Jamaica. Demarai Gray had 5 games for Jamaica, and he already made the Concacaf 11. So when you hear us asking Leon Bailey for a performance, we're not the only one who realizes that Leon Bailey hasn't given us that performance. And another thing, people, you don't have to be a chef. All the people who saying, JT, you're going like you're a pro life coach and a YouTuber upon. People, you don't have to be a chef to know if the food tastes good. It's just what it is. You don't have to be a pro license coach to see if someone is not playing well. That's just the gist of things. That's just people making making excuses for their incompetence. You have to get better as a player, Leon Bailey. No matter what you want to say, it's a reason. Yeah, he's valued that, JD. Remember, he moved from Leverkusen for over $1 million something. And he's valued that, but they want to undervalue, they want to give him lower than that to make the deal happen. Because he's saying that he would still want to stay at Everton. So that's the thing. So that's the thing, brother. And when I was listening, I was watching an interview with Mr. Butler with the Gold Cup, and he said something, and with Leon Bailey, he says, yo, just when you see Chippy Long out in tongue, and in Gosso, him start shift everybody. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. You know, Mr. Butler kind of partially mad. When I see the man say that, the man I thought, a big player, like a player that's supposed to be world class. The man say, JD, the man say, when you see Leon Bailey long out him tongue, so he will go shift everybody. And I say, Mr. Butler to himself say, is that what you should be telling your player? You should be telling your player, make sure you're in the right position. When you see Leon Bailey long out him tongue, is he gonna trap back? Those are the things we want to hear. He's gonna score a goal when he does that. Brother, shift. Remember, the man them Leon Bailey bust a man salad in the first round. And that's his Concacaf 11. That's the video that the people them are run with. Thank you, Kafu Howie. Yeah, man. That's the thing where the people them are run with, The man bust a salad. I'ma say it to somebody, I think JD a real gimmick. Me say it to Shavan them, me say, Shavan, you see that salad there where I'm in at the game tonight? Where Leon Bailey bust, me bet said that viral. That's all Leon Bailey wants to see. Yo, you see how Leon Bailey, you go hear the man, you see how Leon Bailey dash it? Hey brother, we come on the sideline, that's Jamaica, okay? Jamaica, you can salad 3 man, and your side lose the game. But for certain people, they consider that as them playing well. Dash with 3 man, and your side lose the game, and they still think they played well. Mario Charles says, maybe Bailey will start scoring goals and assists when Butler stop bragging on him. Yeah, bro, if Butler goes silent. No, but guess what? The problem is, Mario, even if Butler is silent on social media, I think Butler is calling him on his phone and still stuffing him with the Jamaican cheeseburger. by telling him he is the most amazing thing that Jamaica has ever produced. And so the kid stopped growing. The kid stopped growing, bro. The kid stopped growing. I think that's what it is. Remember, bro, look on the man, Francis, who coached Usain Bolt. You see how the man they do interview, bro? Yo, when you see solid 3 man don't mind the past, but them are the man. Yeah, man. I them think they go on Boss Thomas. Yo, when you look at the man, when name Francis, Coach Francis that coaches Usain Bolt. You ever see when the man they do interview? You can see say like look like you have to negotiate with them man there for a year. Forget that interview, bro. Because those guys they are more into the art of making people great. And they know that making people great is not being a mouthpiece for that person. Is staying behind the scene and putting in that work. Big up yourself, Martin Baker. Staying behind the scene and putting that work. People, only look when the coach for Usain Bolt, him coach, look what the man say. And them asked him the other day if the girl they can come back, the fast girl that we did win the medal them there for we at the last Olympic. Them ask, would he take her back? Him say no. You can see them man there? Them man there, this when them build you up, them know. So the moment you go out them and violate them, and you gonna make somebody else start coach you, them know say your career done. Them know say your career done. That's why that coach said he doesn't want but that girl, that young lady from Jamaica, if she comes back into his camp. He doesn't want her back. He made her great. She got all the medals, but guess what? She got ahead of herself. People must gas her up. You know, she got the deals, the Nikes, the Pumas or whatever. And she went for some coach overseas. Trust me, people. Trust me, people. It's when you find great coaches. Look at Tiger Woods. Look at Tiger Woods and them Monday. Soon as Tiger Woods, them Djokovic, all them player, the tennis player. When you change your coach, brother, when you change your coach sometimes, and because the importance of the person who is wiring you mentally for you to improve is so important. That person who's wiring you, it is so important, people. That person who is wiring you, it's so important. It is very, very important. The person who's wiring you for success. And I think that Leon Bailey has been wired incorrectly. I think so. I think Craig Butler wired him mentally incorrectly. Howie says Bailey is in trouble now. What a bum. Diabe is in the house. Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. The Gold Cup was Leon Bailey's opportunity to show the fans at Aston Villa and the coach like, listen, coach, I'm that guy. But he had a pretty terrible tournament. Think about it, people. You have a player that you brought in. He was injured last season. He was hot and cold. Then he went into a tournament where he played the whole entire tournament. He was terrible. Would that be the player you're depending on? And that's what I'm also saying. Not just Aston Villa. Jamaica has to start looking for other talents. We can't depend on Leon Bailey. He's not dependable. I think we found one in Demarai Gray. But now I'm looking at it, people. We did okay. Where Mikel Antonio doesn't have a lot left in him. And when you start looking around, again, we need players. We need top class players. When you look at the United States, they're younger. You see, Musa wants to go to Inter Milan. He wants to leave Valencia, and he says he's not going anywhere but Inter Milan. People, Bellingham, like all these top youngsters around the world, like all these players, Timothy Way, even though Canada lost that Gold Cup, Canada used a lot of young players and they weren't that bad. They still look like a team because they could have beat the United States. So people, Jamaica, we got a lot of work to do, people. We got a lot of work to do. Let's not overinflate our Gold Cup performance. I think we're not even there yet. We're not close, people. Joseph said, I have been checking Bailey not apart if the US tour. I haven't seen him in any team sheet. No, he's not even there, bro. He's on vacation, bro. He's that good. He's that good. I might be wrong, but MIA, I have seen Bobby Reed score in preseason. Bro, what's this guy? Jimenez from Wolves is going to Fulham, so he's gonna be playing with Bobby Reed. Guys, Leon Bailey is so good. He doesn't need to be in preseason. He doesn't need to be there. He's really good. He doesn't need to be there. Alfred Hines says, you always come on YouTube with some insipid topic. That's why Concacaf ban you from the press conference. And you always come on my show talking to me and I don't know who you are, man. Concacaf can't ban me for no press conference, fool. If Concacaf ban, I guess everybody ban. Show me the ban sheet. And if Concacaf banned me from a press conference, I just went down in history. I would have gone down in history as the first and only YouTuber to be banned from Concacaf press conference. So I would have made history. All right? Yeah. Boss Thomas, you soon hear that the national team need more Phoenix player for the Messi to sign. But yo, remember he used to coach Shelly too, but he didn't lock the door on her. Yeah, he didn't lock the door on Shelly and Fraser Price because Shelly and Fraser Price didn't disrespect him. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, Mr. Glenn Mills, man. We have the shades on them team there. Glenn Mills, man. Yeah, man. The man they a discipline them man they deal with, cause them man they gonna make you great, you know. The moment the man they take them time to coach you, you're gonna be great. Hold on, let me open that window, people. Yeah, man. The moment those people take their time to coach you, they are going to be the moment them people take them time for coach you, them going to put them time into you. So when you disrespect them, you're out of here, man. Let's hear what JT, you don't want to hear about your intimate relationship. JT, we don't want. Okay, we're talking about. I don't know. Howie, are you I don't know what. Oh, you're watching the early part of the show. Yeah, man. So it go. Oh, man. Yeah, man. It was. Yeah, that's okay, bro. You can skip that part. Boss Thomas, we need that Chelsea young striker that is scoring the goals on the USA tour. Is he Jamaican? And he's probably not gonna be here if he's Jamaican. Talking that Craig Butler wired Leon incorrectly. The voltage. That's okay. That's why you are talking. Okay, so let me just put this into full pan time out. Where the clown you come from, man? My first day back on YouTube and this clown just come pop up on my show. Put him pan time out. Him go on in bed. I don't have no time for you, dog. I don't even know you, brother. Your name Alfred. Alfred, you sound like a cook shop, brother. Your name sound like a cook shop, dog. You come for us, I can chat off your mouth. Your name sound like a cook shop, brother. Run away from me, someone. Go on over one next show, brother. But come here, so come chat up your mouth to me, dog. Martin Baker, LOL. The coach said that he will be in the camp Thursday. Okay, well, if he want go and drift, if he want go and drift while they try to pick, cause him have to go compete with Diaby them. You know, see Craig Butler over Instagram under the Aston Villa. Yo, me laugh, it's a shame. See Craig Butler and the Aston Villa comment section, brother. Me I say, Jaja. Mr. Butler smell the rat. But I say go, Mr. Butler, if you develop a next player, we look forward for him to touch new heights as well, because at the end of the day, you're the man when it comes to building up them players there. But I think the mental side, when you build up your players, them you don't do a good job because you're delusional yourself. So you don't really do a good job on that. But as far as getting the players ready and skilled and ready to take that big step, you are the man. You are the man when it comes to that on the island. I cannot take that away from you. Boss Thomas, Bailey, bootlickers are sweating stones now. Diablo will show them how real winger play the modern game. Yeah, man, him in a lot of problem, brother. When me see that signing they go through, if I may Leon Bailey me drop anything me I do, and me reach a camp by a morning. If me Leon Bailey, Diablo now Musa Diablo now reaching a camp before me. I run past him. Let me see him I go on the field before me just kick on foot, brother. And run on the field. If me Leon Bailey, Diablo can't go out on the field before me, brother. You madman. Rotted. Him should have out there right now. Leon Bailey should have out. Brother, look at Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling was walking out of the Chelsea bus with Whisper. Raheem Sterling, who has won the EPL. Raheem Sterling, who has played in a Euro finals. Raheem Sterling, who has played for Liverpool, Manchester City, and Chelsea. Raheem Sterling was walking off the bus with Whisper. That's a person who realized that. Raheem Sterling realized I had a bad season. So you know what Raheem Sterling is doing? Raheem Sterling has said, that now happened to me again. No, brother. No, brother. No, brother. That not go work, brother. That's what Raheem Sterling is saying. Sterling is walking off the bus with Dujan Whisper. Look what all the players walking off the bus. Raheem Sterling is the more senior player. Because you know what Raheem Sterling know? Raheem Sterling is saying, I didn't do well last season. And that's greatness. That's great. That's what makes you great. That's what makes you great. That's what separates the men from the boys. That's what makes you great. Raheem Sterling is walking off the bus with Dujan Whisper. Raheem Sterling, who has won an English Premier League. Big up yourself, Dirty Foot. Raheem Sterling, who has won an EPL championship, is walking off the bus with Dujan Whisper. That's delegation. That's a player who is not caught up in his own hype and his own success. Raheem Sterling knew that he was one of the worst players for Chelsea last season. And you know what he told himself? It's not happening to me this season. So when you're telling me that Leon Bailey is not in camp as yet, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Leon Bailey is not in camp. He's on vacation. A player who set out half the season with injury. Who was the first substitution all the time. Just coming off a terrible Gold Cup. You tell me, man. Maybe some of the geniuses can tell me how that work. Taylor, the man, them delusional just like the master. Dunks hyper. I saw it, Taylor, a group of them, man. He grew players just like himself. Yeah, I don't know who the brother they come in the comment, brother. Just come like, I don't know where I'm coming here at about, dog. Nani said, Leon Bailey is better than Rashford, brother. Bailey just need a better system. Nani, you start trolling now, man. Alfred, Craig Butler boot from out of your mouth. Yo, yo. Brother, I want to remind me what YouTube is like. Coming back over here, me see they comment, them have a laugh. We as Jamaican be easy and Bill more while, you know. Barely a one and me ball of them, but he isn't better than Rashford. The man said Bailey better than Rashford, dog. Nani balling. If we try to fit Bailey into a system that suits him, then he need to play behind the goalkeeper. Yo, 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 Jaja, people, yo, the man, we don't know how you come up with that comment, there, brother. The man said, if we're gonna try to fit Bill into a system that suits him, he needs to play behind the goalkeeper. What else can we do to get him to perform for Jamaica? Yo, dog, yo, my youth, one of the funniest thing that me hear, brother, now what? The man say man need to play the man create a whole nother position for Bailey on the field behind the goalkeeper. Yo, dog, yo, bro, dog, yo. Yo, that's funny, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but that was hilarious, dog. That was hilarious. Yo, oh God, yo, not easy for YouTube, bro. Yo, brother, no, sir, no. I'm concerned about whisper career, sir. Shaquille Thompson. JT, the club gave the player time off. Sham 6. I'm not talking about the player. You see, the club giving him time off. Sham 6, what I'm saying, if that was me, it's not me. I'm a failed footballer. He is a pro. I'm saying, Sham 6, if that was me, and I'm looking at the string of performances that I'm coming off, bro. Bro, 1 or 2 weeks for me, or 1 week or so for me good. Me back up and running, brother. Cause me need to get better, bro. Me need to get better, bro. And that me talk about Sham 6. Me talk about if me we didn't mentor. If me no perform, cause him no perform well in the yeah, well, Kwani, yeah, bro. I don't see, and listen. People think say when Leon Bailey leave Aston Villa, where you think he might go? Manchester United or Chelsea or bro, he might go either go back to Germany, probably Germany he's gonna go back to, or him end up in the championship or MLS or something like that, brother. May I tell you? Probably end up in the MLS or the championship or something. I'm not talking about it, or something them loan him out. Or something, brother. May I tell you? So, because that's what's gonna happen. You don't leave clubs like Aston Villa unless you play lights out. When you look at a player like Grealish who played lights out at Villa, you have to play lights out at Villa to move up, brother. You don't play lights off at Villa and move up. It doesn't work like that in football. So you will probably end up at Leipzig or one of them clubs there, brother, at Germany. Or one of them like a place, Stuttgart, or I don't know them German club there, dog. You see me I say? So, but it's not, you don't go up when you're not playing well at Aston Villa, brother. JT, yeah. So that's what I say Sham 6. Him should take the time to get better, bro. JT, most of them fanboy. Sham 6 is Rashford that play in the Nation League. He's talking about Rashford. I mean, never Rashford. You want Rashford playing in the Nations League? I never Rashford from Manchester. Because Rashford from Manchester United. We having a discussion here, brother. Because Rashford them take over game when them ready. Bless yourself, Owen. Bailey is not even better than Chelsea U21 players, to be honest. Says JD. We just have a delusional society about Rashford. Kiss my teeth. Yeah, bro, me see some players that play for Chelsea in the preseason, some young youth when not even go see the field. I mean, I say, wow. I saw them money are click, them money are fire, brother. And them money are not even like I go see the field for Chelsea in a preseason, in a regular season. Dirty Foot say, it's just the mindset, JT. Leon don't have a winning mentality. Guarantee Diaby will score more goals. And brother, and I'm looking for Aston Villa to be in the top 5 this season. I'm looking for Aston Villa to be a top 5 EPL club this season. Because if you look how Aston Villa finished last season and the pieces that they're bringing in. Because Aston Villa, if Emery was the coach with Aston Villa, when they started out the season, Aston Villa would be fighting for that spot with Newcastle. Aston Villa and Newcastle would have been battling for that position. And I think Aston Villa and Newcastle is at the same place. Big up yourself, brain drain. But as you say, bro, I see some players are play for Chelsea in the preseason. I say, yo, them little money on fire. And them now go play, brother. So that's why I say when Leon Bailey take vacation and do in a preseason and them assign Diaby. Brother, I tell you, if for me, yesterday them assign Diaby. You know, see, I wait there one man tell me, say, yo, JT, listen, you see in the music business in Jamaica and football and them thing, they have to have like a bad mind in you. So a brother tell me. And he must say, I'm not really bad mind, you know. It means that you have to get better for the next man to come past you. And so a brother tell me, and this is a big artist. You see me? I make me know, say, yo, you need to have like a bad mind in you. And he must say, it's not bad mind by bad mind in somebody. He must say, by seeing a man come for your spot and you get better to make sure he won't. Marlon, Aston Villa now go fight for in the top 10, brother. Aston Villa could have almost still make the top 10 and them. Steve Gerrard was their coach. Steve Gerrard is down there in Saudi Arabia and in first preseason game, a whoppings them get. Steve Gerrard is a terrible coach. Steve Gerrard was also one of the big problems of how we use Leon Bailey, and he almost destroyed Aston Villa. Steve Gerrard almost got Aston Villa relegated. Marlon, remember, Steve Gerrard was on the way to getting Aston Villa relegated. Emery came in and picked that club up and they almost became a top 10 club, brother. So Aston Villa will be surely in top 10 club. So Dirty Foot say, it's just a mindset, JT. Leon don't have a winning mentality. Guarantee Diaby will score more goals and perform better than him this season. He just got signed and in preseason already. Exactly, because people are there to be great. We Max, it says player need time out of the club period. Taylor is just another way to get him out. Okay. So you say JD is another way they might use to get Leon Bailey out by giving him time off. We Max said maybe the USL make Butler drop down. Oh God, him now gonna reach USL, man. Leon Bailey is not that bad to end up in the USL, JD. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Leon Bailey should be in preseason already. Some sacrifice have to be made if he wants to get better. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, man. Fact says Percy here. Kwani says Leon Bailey need to be playing League One. That's where his level is. Not even championship level is at. Wow. The people must say, yo, him level. Not even championship level Bailey in there right now, brother. That the people must say. Not even championship level him not there yet. Yo. Oh no, man. So I say. Him probably there a little bit better, man. The watcher said Bailey need to get over himself first. Then things will improve. Owen say, yo, the kid Jaxie is good from Chelsea, bro. I'm telling you, big up yourself again, Brain Drain, man. So yeah, big up yourself, Brain Drain, for the super chat. Marlon said JT Bailey won't go to championship because he's a high earner. Yeah. Him now not right now in a Marlon, but future circle back. Most likely he's gonna end up in Germany. I think Germany is and you see. And they're saying this is a problem that they're running into Germany, bro. The way how Germany is developing players, they're developing them very mechanical. But we can't say it's the German development why Leon Bailey is not performing, because Demari Gray was also at Leverkusen with Leon Bailey. Bellingham from England is in Germany as well. So it's not that. It's just Leon Bailey is just not there. Nah, I am sure Germany would welcome Leon Bailey back. Drilly says Leon knows Aston Villa's done with him, bro. Kwani says Owen, it all depends on the club at the German, because many clubs in the Bundesliga are not looking Bailey way. Julie said, remember Craig Butler in Europe doing marketing for Leon Bailey, you know. Okay, he's in Europe right now. Okay. Yeah, well, all right. Okay, all right. Mr. Butler got the message. As I said, he was over at the on the Aston Villa. He was on the Aston Villa page when Diaby signed, and he was commenting under the page because him know what time the clock at strike now. I think he knows that. And I heard him hinted something about if Leon Bailey is at Aston Villa or something. When he was talking about something, him not realize him said that. Like him said like him not know if they actually might move him. We Maxi said Jackson and Kun well and Kunku so, or in Kunu or Kunku or something. How you pronounce that, JD man? Already passed Bailey, brother. Yeah. Jax, yeah, brother. Charles Glad, blah blah blah. Kwani, big up yourself. The big G and the host, Joe Grind himself. Up me G, Diaby will show Villa fans what they should be expecting from Bailey. It's coming from Germany. Diaby, bless up Jason Guna. Bailey won't go to Germany. There's only 3 clubs in Germany can offer his salary. So Marlon, that is actually bad news for Leon Bailey. Marlon, you know, realize what you just said. You were saying that if Leon Bailey can't go back to Germany, where is he gonna go? His only hope then is gonna be what? Serie A or La Liga? Yeah. You see me, man. So I say pum pum, man. I'm gonna say JT, man. You say pum pum. Oh, I go because of the pronunciation. Yeah, man. I go mix it up, man. Yeah. So Marlon, where is he gonna go? Who's gonna catch that salary? Who's going to pay so much money for a player who's not performing? Let me know. Owen, what was he saying? Bless. Oh, what was Owen? He must say something, brother. Let me see if I can find the Aston Villa comment where Craig Butler made under Diaby when him signed for Aston Villa. Mash. Me see it, brother. Either over there him write it or price reveal. Let me see. Craig Butler. Hold on. Oh, this is 2 days ago. I saw him write it, man. Him write something, man. Because couple Jamaicans did under there laugh a time too, you know. Alright, I think of that one, you know. Some Jamaicans did over there too, you know, bro. Some Jamaicans did over there and write under film sitting and I say like, oh, him say, top the partnership, what is it, resume or resumes in Musa. He said top the partnership resume or it says resumes in Musa. That's what he wrote, and somebody replied to him and said, "You mean to?" One man named D+77 says, "Craig Butler, you mean to rub Leon Bailey inconsistent spot?" Yo, that a man say right this one, the next man I say so. Okay, stay them come for Leon Bailey game. So yeah, it's under this where Emery holds up the Aston Villa jersey with Diaby. So you can see it for yourself. Craig Butler is replying under that. I don't know what he means by top the top partnership resumes or I don't know. Cause you know resume and resume them where they tricky, you know. Sometimes them where they look like all the same word to write in. But Leon Bailey stay EPL. Leon Bailey will stay in the EPL regardless, says Doctor. Oh, I think that was Dr. Joyful. I don't know, bro. It's up in there. Aston Villa. Yeah, brain drainer, where did they, brother? Of course, Aston Villa got Diaby, bro. Where did they contract sign and seal already, bro? The man all in a preseason right now. That's what we were talking about. That Leon Bailey is not in preseason, bro. And I was saying this a little bit thing with Jamaica now. As we say, Omar Hutchinson is playing very well right now in the EPL. He's playing very in the championship for Ipswich, though he's coming off the bench. A lot of people he got high marks in the first 2 games. He got very, very high marks And guys, click the Discord link and join the chat if you feel free. We will go on until 11 o'clock. So that's another 24 minutes where we end up pulling off 3 hours on stream. So just join if you guys want to join for the next 24 minutes. He can go on loan to Belgium, but maybe Antwerp wouldn't take him, to be honest, says JD. Owen say, I guess Butler is implying one will be on the right wing and the other on the left. Okay, that's what he's saying. All right, Owen, thanks for highlighting that. Okay. And there's another youth, one ex-French youth na there, Aston Villa, where come on last season where he might get trouble like he want to take all one of them wing there for himself too. I see this youth with the dreadlocks here a little bit. Him come on and play some him name must start with T or something. Him come on and him play very well, and they're really talking about that kid. So bro, I don't know, bro. Let's see if he plays. Butler was saying that their partnership resume from Leverkusen. Okay. JT, there's no, but wasn't when he was at Leverkusen, him did a give Leon trouble. Remember, Marlon, I'm saying Leon Bailey was benching a lot at Leverkusen too, you know, people. Like, me and people talk like Leon Bailey was like 90% start at Leverkusen all the time. Like, I don't know which game them did I watch, brother. Triore, man. Triore. Yeah, man. Triore played very well when he got on the field. Even when Leon Bailey got injured, he came on and he was feisty. And they start talking about Triore. So he's going to be another player eating into Leon Bailey's playing time. So I said, I think Leon Bailey will be getting maximum 20 minutes per game this season. He's going to be a 20-minute player this season, brother. JT, there's no way Butler doesn't know that Bailey isn't underperforming, whatever the reason may be, but he will not admit it public. Maybe a true in a Jerome. Maybe he knows the truth and him just no want to talk about it on YouTube too, you know. So maybe that's what agents do, you know. Butler didn't get the memo that Diaby kick out Bailey from Leverkusen. Now he's back to take his game at Villa. People, Joe Grind, you always say some things that make sense. Me I say, brother, one of the time at Leverkusen, one healthy Leon Bailey come back off of the bench. Now the brother did give Leon Bailey trouble at Leverkusen. Mr. Craig Butler, I laugh. Where am I laugh about? Like me, I said, another youth here was the youth where Diaby presence put Bailey at left wing back at times. Or yeah. No, bro. I remember said this youth was giving him help for that position in German. Like, people, let me know if I crap me attack. Leon Bailey was a 90% starter at Leverkusen, people. I didn't see that. JT, he was a starting at Leverkusen up till he got injured. We're playing both wings right and left. That's why Gray wasn't getting any start at the time. Yeah, but that's Marlon. When me start taking Leon Bailey right. Remember, you see, when him come back from the injury, that's when the Jamaican talk start come up in. And that's when me start over in page and me say, yo, Bailey, you have to play for Jamaica. Cause we see the highlights them and me start watch the game them and me say, Lord God, it like him not even get no playing time, brother. He never get no playing time when me start watch Bailey at Leverkusen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't a person who was watching Bailey like right through at Leverkusen, but I think I saw him right when he came back off that injury and he wasn't getting playing time. No, but as I said, people, Jamaica, the future looks a bit bleak right now, people. Because when me look on with team, the only really good player we have in the attacking third is Demari Gray. If we look at it, Mikel Antonio is old. Shamar Nicholson, I don't know what's going to happen to Shamar Nicholson unless Shamar Nicholson gets playing time for his club and not just get playing time, but he's also performing, Shamar Nichols should not get another call up for Jamaica. Shamar Nichols should not get another call up for Jamaica. He should not get another call up until him. But people, I remember, yo, Jesus Christ, I big up myself again. I have to big up the prophet again. Right now, them time that the people I take me thing for clown thing. You remember when Shamar went to Russia? I do a show. And when I tell the people, I said this move for Shamar Nichols is the crossroad in his career. It's either he's going to go up or down, or he's going to crash and burn. That was exactly what I said in that show I did on Ryan's channel. When Shamar Nichols went to Russia, I spoke about the racism and all those other things. And there was a lot of talk that he was turning down deals at Newcastle and all that stuff. And I said, people, if Shamar Nichols doesn't get this move to Russia right, it's going to go terribly wrong. And it's going there right now. It's going terribly wrong right now for Shamar. And I remember saying that when he made that move to Russia, I said, I don't know if it's the right move. And then the war came around where Russian clubs no longer can compete at the highest level in Europe. It all went wrong. It all went wrong with him moving to that club. No. I think the only way Shamar can revive his career is getting out of Russia. The only way Shamar can revive his career is actually getting out of Russia, because people in Europe, you can't even watch Russian TV anymore. RT News, DW, all those channels out of Russia are no longer broadcasting in Europe. You can't even watch Russian football in Europe. I don't know. Nobody's seen Shamar other than people in Russia, bro. Shamar moving to Russia is all the Russian team was playing in Europe and come. No, yeah, but I'm saying, Marlon, this is just what I'm saying. I'm saying that it is also a tricky move going to Russia, Marlon. It's also a tricky move going to Russia. I thought that Shamar would have better off being in the championship. Well, no. Brain Jane, he went to Russia before the war, you know. Brain Jane said Shamar went to Russia during the war. Not smart. No, he went to Russia and then the war started to build up now, and then things slowly start to collapse. Because I remember when he got a call up for Jamaica, they said he had to fly to Dubai to actually get to outer Russia. You know what I mean? That's when he just got to Russia. When Shamar just got to Russia is when everything started to turn over. All right, I think Kwani just joined me on the unmute your mic, Kwani. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, Kwani. Unmute your mic, brother. Your mic is muted. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, man. What's your take on what we got going on here?
Yes, I don't have a long time here, but I just want to adjust something before I get into any details. I don't know if you can clarify on this, but do you remember when Bailey was at Leverkusen and he was making the transfer to Aston Villa?
Yes.
And Craig Butler came and said he got a lot of offer with the top club in the EPL, like
yeah,
Chelsea.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
You hearing me?
Yes. Can you hear me? Kwani, are you hearing me?
You hearing me, JT?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you clearly, man. You're clear. Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm saying that when Leon Bailey was making the transfer from the Bundesliga to the EPL, at the time Craig Butler said he got a lot of offer from the top club in EPL, like Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
That's a lie. Kwani, that's a lie.
Yes, no, just listen before
Yeah.
you said anything. I'm just gonna quote what he said.
Mhm.
I'm just quoting what he said. He said he got a lot of offer, but he didn't take that offer
Mhm.
because he want Leon Bailey to take his time or rise up the order.
Mhm.
Now my question is, if Bailey was playing in a top 5 league in Europe, where he got all the experience, and he also playing Belgium at a lower level, rising up to a top 5 level league,
Yeah.
top 5 league in Europe, have all this experience, and he didn't take the offer to one of those top EPL clubs. Why he took it with Dujan Richard? When Dujan Richard doesn't have a experience playing it in any competitive competition, no pro level at all. Not even in Jamaica, he doesn't have any experience. So how he take that leap, according to him, that he's going to be a Chelsea player, first team player, when he didn't take it with Leon Bailey? That's my question.
Kwani, I think having a discussion with Mr. Butler is like having a discussion with a flat earth theorist. Like somebody who believes in a flat earth, you're just not going to be able to convince them that the world is round. It's like we're not on the same because I don't know which agent is getting the offer for your player to go to Man City, Arsenal, and Chelsea, and you send them to Aston Villa.
Yes, it's just ridiculous because I don't know. I didn't believe it one bit, but because of the delusional people in Jamaica who running with the flow of Dujan Richard going to play for Chelsea when he's not, will never play maybe next 3 years, see Chelsea first team, because when you look at his position, they signed Madueka, you have Angelo, you got even Omari Hutchinson on loan, playing that position. When they even considering to buying Brighton right wing to come and do that position as well. They are looking at that option and to loan out these youngsters, and these youngsters we ahead of Dujan Richard. So how he gonna get in that team?
I think he might get into the youth team, but I don't know. I don't want to say it's not possible, but as I said, Dujan Richards will have to do what Cristiano Ronaldo did at Manchester United at 17. He would have to be that to break into Chelsea's first team. That's the only way, man. Because if you look at the talents that Chelsea's cutting loose or sending on loan, I don't know what benchmark. Dujan will have to be lights out in training, and he's not allowed to play in organized friendlies as yet, right? Because he's not officially signed.
Correct.
Let's see what Brain Drain says here. Butler is about that life. You can't have respect. You have to respect the hustle. Man took Bailey at his own son and kinda did the same thing to his second best player, Whisper. Yeah, and I said that, Brain Drain. None of us can challenge Mr. Butler when it comes on to him preparing his players to take that next step. However, as I said, I think the wiring, that the programming that Craig Butler puts on the mind of his players, it's very dangerous. It's this false. It's like putting your players on steroids mentally, telling them that they're better than what they are, you know. And I think, as I said to Richie Ryle, I hope you can still talk to Whisper and evaluate each time he's taking steps or he's he's not playing well, you let him know so he can improve. Then he has somebody like Butler telling him that, bro, you made it. You're amazing already. Somebody else just joined the show to Kwani. Who is that? Let's see. Who we got?
Yo, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Maybe I listen still. Maybe I interrupt. Big up in a JT, man.
Yeah, man. Who this?
Yeah.
Bin Laden.
I mean, Bin Laden.
Yeah, that's why you think
so
name.
Yeah, man. I just type in a name and call Bin Laden there for my mind still. Let's see it.
Jesus Christ. What your name in the comment section?
I'm here, Nani, man. I'm here,
man.
Oh,
God, brother. Yeah. Big up yourself, brother. Nani in that place. All right, chop a line, Nani.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go on, man. You see football and ball, yeah? Me and my brother them as a reason. Say, see me as a baller, brother, and me realize that me have a bad season, brother. Brother and family have to go wait, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, me not take no holiday, man. Cause my job that, you know, brother.
Yeah.
My job that, man. Family have to go wait, brother. Me double up anything when I need to work, man. At that time, me I spend. But me tell you, man, you see them, most of them ballers nowadays, them believe now the idea that you say, oh, them have a balance, and that's a tricky thing. The word where them give black people is a tricky thing in a man. Cause a man, he tell us say my balance schoolwork and my balance party, and him done so like that, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, say, my balance. You know? But brother, you're not balance, you're lapse, brother. I'm not balance, you're balance. It's a tricky thing, man.
Yeah.
So man, he tell you, say, I live him life, but I'm one of the worst football them in a position, but he might tell you, say, my balance. You don't want it, man. You don't want it like, you get it? But you don't want to maintain it. Because you have to maintain the contract there, you know, you get it, you know, man. Because football is fickle, you know, brother. A man, he tell you, the black book and tell you, say, boy, you know, and just like that, you can't do it, and nobody now come, like, nobody na big side now wire again, and you just drop off the market. So, me like barely them, brother, me not training the first day, me not training, brother. I want to prove, say, yo, I need for this, but I think 90% of football and not gonna be like that, you know. I think 90% of them not gonna be like that still.
Bin Laden, here what Joe Grant says, bro, y'all think Chelsea crazy enough to sell Aubameyang and start Whisper? Yeah, it's the people them now look on, and you make a great point, brother. I start a 9-to-5 job when I move back to Denmark in February. My youth, all on Sunday, me have to get a babysitter to go work, to make sure me put in a work, to nail down myself in the job. Right now, everybody I take all 2 weeks vacation for the summer. Me not take no 2-week vacation, brother, because me have to solidify myself in the job, dog. Me not have the security there yet when me can just a breeze and I talk about 2 weeks vacation. You get me mean?
Yeah. That kill black that match. I meant that's a mental thing, you know. That's why you talk about mentality with him and other players. I basically boil down to mentality because you have to love football to when you work and you run up and down. Cause Liam Bailey, you know, saying come across like a player where if him run him get him too hard, like him get asthma attack, he come like him have that little thing about him where work. You see, I love the game, brother. Work, not for come like work to you, no, man. You feel like train and he come like say, you're into it, you know, man. Some of them players, I think, say them literally feel it on them body like, I have to go work again. Another day again. Manager say me have to do 2 more laps. You know, I think some players, them see it that way. So you have to see it in how them play. Man like N'Golo Kante, them and them, man. When they run up and down, you see him do it. Him love do it because mentally, remember, if you look on a ball like Kante, you know, say him never come through the ranks in the France. He never play under 21, never play under 22. Him just start play for them senior team at 25, late bloomer. You see a man like Kante, in mind, know say him have to run up and down because he know say people are going to appreciate him probably as a magician on the ball because he's don't have that. So him compensate now with the run up and down and the hard tackle and, you know. So, Bailey them, I not barely alone, you know, because I'm now a man thing say I barely me have a lot of players with stay so too, you know. But him can be one of them where I got talk with me for balance and be like the Messi them and follow where Messi them and Chris them and Neymar them do. You see me? Because you have to put in the extra yard. As you say, you have to have an inch of bad mind in here, you know. Yeah, man. You have to have an inch of bad mind if I say a man one call, you have to have it now because it can't say at the top level this, you know.
Yeah.
Top level meaning say the man never wish to attend a football, you know. 90% of football them not come on TV now, I'm playing a bush league. So at the top level are some small details I got to separate you from your opponent, you know, very small, you know. So you have to secure that small edge there we have over a man. But touching upon the whisper thing now, you see whisper thing now, I now say it's impossible, but I go really hard, you know, brother. I go really hard for him breakthrough and me now say it's impossible, but it's an obstacle worth challenging, you see me?
Yeah, and any good player would have want that challenge. You know what I mean? Any good player, you're gonna want the challenge of being able to push yourself and prove people wrong against for whisper, it's against all odds. Me see another player, Akwasa Chang. He's going back to Mount Pleasant. So him just come to Europe and make a U-turn, you know? And I'm gonna tell people, so when you make a U-turn in Europe, brother, there is no U-turning back. When you look,
come back, man.
No, and you're making a U-turn from a second division club in Denmark, which is not the top league in the world. Similar to Peter McGregor, he made a U-turn from a second division club in Sweden, and he's I don't know, he's just balanced out in the Premier League in Jamaica. It's what it is. I didn't hear you. What you say, Kwani?
Listen to Pochettino press.
You're breaking up a bit, Kwani.
Of the 5 million. I'm saying now if you listen to Pochettino press conference when one of the journalists asked him about bulk of incoming youngster and the plan there for them in the first plan. What did he said? I don't know if you did listen to that.
No, I didn't check it out. I've been more watching the transfer shows and seeing what players are moving, to be honest.
When the answer he gave to the youngster, he said Chelsea is not a club for developing players.
Mm-hmm.
When you play for Chelsea, you expect to give result. You expect to win, not for develop. But they have to provide a pathway for these youngsters. They need players who can add success now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the pressure will always be on when you are playing for
Chelsea.
A big club like Chelsea. So he didn't rule it out and said if you're young you can't play. He said if you're good enough you will play, but they need player who can add to their success now. No, it's not all about developing. And next question did raise to him.
Mm-hmm.
And asked him the next question said Jesus, it's an important question. Asked if he would rather to have a bunch of players who, like, you know, when you're working with youngsters, you're easy to control them, manage them more than the older set of players. He said he prefer to manage players who can benefit instantly more than manage a set of youngsters who cannot add any success. So his mind is totally towards instant result. No, it's not all about the amount of youngsters coming in.
No, but his job is based on results right now as well.
So I'm just getting that out of the way towards Whisper. Anybody have plans and hopes for him to play? Maybe the U18 or the U under 21. That's where maybe he will sign to. And he have to add he have to show that potential, because there's a lot of players there who fighting for position as well. It's not guaranteed like true they have him in mind, he's gonna just walk into that under 21 team, because you have a lot of talented players there fighting for places. So he have to go there and show that he can add to what they are building. This is not all about
But Marlon said, when you hear this Kwani, JT, if a player never played a full season of football, how do you expect them to go to Europe and be successful? McGregor never played JPL. Chung played less than 15 games. But Marlon, I didn't know that, you know. I didn't know that these players never played a full season. May I be really honest with you, brother. I didn't know that. Continue, Kwani. Sorry about that. I just had to answer that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I just believe Craig Butler, he must just try to be a man and just try to mold the players in the right direction, because when you build up a players, especially in Jamaica, sometimes you limit their success. Even when they did have the ability to go at an extra level, you put them at a level where they don't want to take any tellings or it hamper their development, because they said that they are already at this level. Because sometimes I heard Dujan Richard speak, and he speak like a player who is already there when he's not, because playing against some kids in Jamaica. To be honest, we as a Jamaican really don't know the true potential of Richard up until now, you know, because he haven't proved himself against any senior players playing in a full 90-minute games where you can say he's this type of player, because playing 1 and 2 games against Trinidad and is not really it. You have to play a complete season and in that environment for a time being for you to see your true potential.
Yeah, his true potential. Yeah, I think he needs playing time as well too. And people, just hit the like button, people, because you see, this is the only time I'm gonna talk about the like button in the show. I'll do it once every show, people. I could just hit the like button. Let's see if we can get it up to. We have 94 people in here. I could see if we can get it up to like 80.
Lamar Walker even kept for Jamaica at a young age and score against I think it was a Caribbean neighbor. He looked so exceptionally well. And he struggled to keep a contract in USL. Back to Jamaica and see after again to our next league in Europe, where in the Middle East, where
he move again. Lamar Walker move. People, hit the like button, people. Make us see if we can get it 15 more. Make us see if we can get it up to at least 70 people. 15 more likes, because 94 are we in here. Make us see if we can get it up to at least 70. At least 70. Yeah.
A club in United Arab Emirates signed him in the 2nd division. Al Dab sign him, and Sakwan Satchwell going to Slovenia.
Okay, Satchwell is moving as well.
Promoted to the 1st division, a team that recently promoted. He got a 1-year loan deal there. So I'm just we will see if he can after the year he can try to hold on a contract or move to a next club or what. But get a next contract in the Middle East, we will hear further on what gonna take place. But these players need proper guidance. It's just the proper guidance some of these youth in Jamaica need, because when you hype them up, it's not gonna get them anywhere. You need to just guide them in the right direction and give them the right footstep for them to take the next
Brother
level. And
Kwani, they put out a list this week of 10 players that Lionel Messi tapped as players who were going to be great in football. And 10 of those players didn't turn out to be anything. All of them, they are some little second division place and scatter around. That's football, brother. Football is not where you start, it's where you finish. You see me I say? Football is not where you start, is where you finish. So it's a thing where you have to put in the work. I don't buy this thing where people just expect you can wake up a man and be great in football. Look at even Omari Hutchins them in a academy for them born. You know,
and see he cannot get a first team player all now in the EPL.
He can't get a first team playing. So if we tell you say the journey for Whisper is gonna be a real uphill task, people. It's gonna be.
But what I want to again, J-Teller, look at it. Did he get? Do you believe Ajax did offer transfer fee for him or want to sign him?
Sign who?
Because I think Whisper, because Craig Butler said he got offer from Ajax.
Well, Ajax Amsterdam is a club where Ajax is a club still will love young players, you know, so that can be true. But bro, remember, you know, as me say, you know, trying to figure out the truth in what Craig Butler says is not an easy thing. So I can't really know if he did say Whisper is going to Chelsea, and Whisper has gone there, so he's correct on that. He said Whisper will be training with the first team. That has also happened. So, you know what I mean? Him say some things as well that was exactly what he said.
And over we see they give youngster first team playing. All right. I'm gonna say this to you. Do you believe that Whisper is the first schoolboy footballer to get a
move to Chelsea?
No, with one of the EPL big team or any other team in Europe. Do you believe?
No, I think even the youth Brown from Stets. I remember they all went up to Aston Villa one time, right?
Was at Barcelona training with Lionel Messi, and it wasn't him alone. You have some other guys who did stand out in the schoolboy football in the time that he played. Went to Barcelona as well to get training experience with Lionel Messi in the peak of when Lionel Messi and Xavi and Iniesta and those players was there. He was at Barcelona training with the first team, but it wasn't for to sign or anything like that. It's just experience tour they go on. And even this Shane Bedford from Rossies, before he played the last schoolboy football, he went to West Ham and was training with them. And he said it was some ranking thing with Jamaica, why he couldn't get in the academy because he lacked certain requirements, because he said they did want to sign him in the academy, but it couldn't go through because based on the transfer and the rules and regulation, it couldn't happen. But they like what they saw.
Big up, Mr. United. Yeah.
So it was not people talking like he is the only schoolboy footballer to leave high school and just go on those big tour.
Yeah.
Even people, Vassal and those players get it from in high school. He went to Brazil. I'm not talking about the deal that went down with Lamar Walker. Vassal went there because he missed out part of the first season, part of the Dakar Cup.
Vassal them. I think why Vassal them hasn't made it further is their work ethic as well. I think Peter Lee Vassal and those players didn't work hard.
Coach, and the staff at Cornwall College talk it, said he gonna have a big problem make it into the professional football world. I heard it out of my own ears.
Yeah,
they said that literally he gonna have problem, and the only reason why they play him at Cornwall is because of Cornwall, and they know the potential that he has. But if he was at anywhere else, you would not get a game time.
Because Peter Lee Vassy them don't even look like people who do work at school. Like,
I'm telling you what I heard with my own ears.
okay. Him not look like somebody where we sit down and say, I need to pass on my class them and them thing there. I just don't get that vibe from Peter Lee Vassy. They just look like some youth where they are school and them cool and girls love them and you know?
Yeah, very lazy. Maggie is the same thing. Very lazy.
Mind you make brain drain here, you say Maggie lazy, you know?
That's the truth. Potential alone cannot put you anywhere. You have to work. It's just like a job. If you left UWI with a degree and you're not putting in the work, the qualification alone cannot cement your job. You have to show the work ethic and show that you want to add something to the company. Not because you have the qualification. You're gonna get a partner. You have to show the work.
All right, Ben Laden. Where you say Ben Laden?
Yeah, me I add to your point, man. Me I say same thing. Even with the way I can't lazy in a football. Me I agree with you. No, so come across. Disrespect. Me I try remember the call anyway.
Kwani.
No, I said the
Kwani.
Yeah, one, yeah, man. So me I say I have to add something to your game, because even when me used to play ball and thing, me used to mag in, man, and me I tell you, say, man, used to kick more my foot and doing thing then, but you have certain things where you have to just pick up and know say you need it to survive. Cause when me used to play ball, man, me used to do dribbling and thing, and man kick me down and me realize say, nah, work. Me I dribble past my friend them, and when me I play against big man, man just put them on my shoulder and push me over. And I start though.
Yeah. Internet shaky over there, my brother. Internet a shake like Jada Kingdom.
Internet very poor, man.
Yeah, I hear me.
Yeah, the internet a shake, brother.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if is it Wi-Fi where there? US there?
Anytime. Oh, yeah, I am better.
Where the US? Are US there?
Yeah, me not States now. So
where there? Some place like North Carolina. Where there? North Carolina and some place like Idaho.
No, man, there's over there, man. Cool, man. You don't know. You can't do. It's supposed to go there now. I turn it and fix it.
Yeah, man, it's good, man.
Yeah, man. Me I say, you have to add. I tell you see most of the flashy ball of them. Them want to be flashy, but them not remember so them need a protection over the ball, the low center of gravity there. You have to have that frame there, boy. Okay? You can't be flashy by yourself, Somebody have to take the ball from you. And that me think Hutchinson, because if you watch it, even Hutchinson up on the wing, I see them put in. I know that them there go do. That's why every time on the list him as a midfielder. I say that brother is no midfielder, bro. Why did not put that man in the midfield? Most like them I fling him out on the wing and make him do him look a thing and then, them look a vibes of them ball they give me. You have to work really hard, brother.
Hutchinson have that. Him not have. I don't think Hutchinson is a player that you put in the center of the park, and that's why I said that. I think that Jamaica, it's kind of looking. I'm looking at the player pool, brother. I'm gonna know where we are gonna actually get a proper attacking midfielder from. Because when you look at Casey Palmer doesn't haven't give you a full season of consistent gameplay, match play. Casey Palmer is like it's a magic trick. You just go. It's a pop smoke. Just a magic trick, and blow up and just vanish quickly. You don't get these little spurts in the game. You don't get consistency from. So Jamaica cannot rely on a Casey Palmer. So I don't know who we're going to look for.
You cannot rely on a person injury prone. It's not going to work.
Yeah, he's injury prone as well. He doesn't give you a full season.
Because maybe you're going to need that in a crucial time. And he's also, you have to get player who can give you a full season. Those are the players you have to rely on. Not injury prone player. And Cameron Archer, I think that young youth, if Jamaica could get that striker, it will really add to us, our team, because we definitely need a number 9 because, Mikel Antonio aging right now, and you know he's not gonna get better from where he is. And you know our backups not really producing, so we need a young striker, not one who reaching 30 years old who not gonna have a long term. We need someone like 20, 21 or 19, someone who has potential who can come and add. And I see Cameron Archer as a person who, if we get him, he can add to our value.
Bro, and that's the thing, brother. It's I don't know. I'm looking and I don't know where Jamaica is gonna get a midfielder from. I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna get one from, but we need one. And I said that if we go into the Nations League and at the same team we are playing with 4 centre backs on the field, 2 in the middle and 2 in the back, Jamaica football is
I don't have a problem with him, but I just can't see him as a midfielder.
No. Lati Bodier is what I love about Lati Bodier is his work rate, but ultimately we're gonna have to move Lati Bodier out to his natural position at right back because I still think Dexter and Javian Brown has ways to go with their development. Those two.
Lambert again, we just have to stop call up these players, man. Lambert is we just not gonna get people talking about gelling. If you don't have the right player, how can you build chemistry?
No man, but we're calling back Lambert, you know, man. We're gonna call back Lambert, man. We're calling back Lambert, brother, because Lambert is a player who can help you to close out games. You know, he can help you close out games.
Because when you look at Panama team and you see a player like Carrasquilla and those players, we need to have some. We don't have a player on our team, a midfielder like Carrasquilla. We don't have those players. We need to get players like those who can create chances and open up space. Yeah. Because if we're not creating space in the midfield, you're not gonna get much from the wing player and the striker. You need to get those players who can create space and have the ball movement. So the team can flow, but we just lack in the middle. We need some quality players, and I don't know if we're gonna get anytime soon.
And even Ravel, everybody a transfer, and Ravel, we don't even know if Ravel.
Without a club playing no football, I don't know.
Yeah, Ravel, I don't even hear gunfire about Ravel. People, we don't even hear anything about Ravel. Like, is Ravel football career over? It's like, what's going on? Is this it? Because we haven't heard anything about the player. The man not even have a club. God Almighty, look like Ravel might end up on the USL. All Ravel might end up on the USL, brother.
We try it, man. It's not gonna work. We see a team. We see potential in the team. Some of the players are good enough, like mostly the wingers and centre back. Some of them need to go same way. And Amari Bell is a good player who have to be with the team. We need a next quality player same way because one player cannot work. We need some next quality right back as well, and we need and it's centre back because we need an upgrade. We have Pinnock and Deshaun Bernard good enough, but we still need 2 more quality centre back because we need an upgrade from now.
Yeah, and Deshaun Bernard also has ways to go with his game as well. Yeah. He's not the finished product.
Yeah, man, he made tough, man.
Deshaun Bernard?
Yes, man, he made tough, man. In wild, man. Defending our.
If it's on some skiller player, if he go up against some skiller player, he's gonna get red card, just like Damian.
Yeah, man.
They're making loose tackle and taking some card where it's gonna haunt Jamaica. It's gonna hurt you. Cannot be a defender, and you have to. Their decision making really poor.
And that's what, Kwani, I wanted the smoke to clear, people. And take a breather after the Gold Cup and not come on YouTube and speak of the adrenaline or the failure of the team. I wanted to take time and soak it in, watch back some games and look. And when I really look at it, I'm like, we found some players, but we haven't found the players. Out of all the players, it's Demarai Gray. And when you look at it, as well, we also realize that Leon Bailey is not it. So we actually
That is,
lost a potential player that we thought was marquee, that was going to be a problem for us. We saw that Whisper
didn't
had potential. We saw that Bernard, he is our he we see why he's not at Manchester United. He breaks down in
this man is
concentration.
good. Yeah,
We saw that Damian Lowe is definitely now time for us to usher him kindly to the bench. We
yes,
see
yes,
that Joel
indeed.
Latibodier shouldn't be in the midfield. Kevin Lambert should be on the bench as a player who helps to close out games. If you see the combination of Kevin Lambert and Latibodier, that's when you want to close out games and you take off your attacking midfielder and you put those two there and say, listen, lock up shop. That's the lock up shop formation. That cannot be a front foot formation where Jamaica goes out there trying to win those games with those two guys in the middle. Also, those are not the two players going to be on the park when Jamaica is trying to come back from a 1-0 deficit. Not going to happen. Those two players just not going to give you the juice going forward. Dishard Bernard head is tough. That means he whole team players are tough. Marlon said tough. But
The two goals that Mexico score against us,
Kwani,
the two first games.
yeah man, bless up
It's
yourself,
just
Kwani.
yeah.
Kwani, best of yourself, Kwani, best of yourself, Ben Laden. I just put in 3.5 hours, guys. It's 3.5 hours we do.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
may have work tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., brother. And it's already 30 minutes until midnight over here. So a 5 hours sleep that for me. You see me I say? So you know the thing go. Me just feel better again, people. If we come back on YouTube, because I was doing a little research with TikTok as well. Cause me love do research and things before me coming up to make sure the thing work. Just like how I came on YouTube. I'm doing a lot of testing on TikTok right now too, because I want to see how we can get TikTok going where we can have some battles and stuff. And I don't know, bro, but I'm always looking ahead and how to change the game and think about things. So I'm trying to do some testing on that. And big up Brain Drain and big up Rickets. They are members of the channel. Kwani, hit the channel, hit the member button, man. It's only $2 for the year, man. Hit and become a member of the channel and show some support and always join me when we come on to speak about football. I will be back on a bit more. As I said, with the Reggae Girls. But you see, for the EPL as well, I want to do some EPL content. Maybe I have to have another channel because I don't want to disrupt this, but I want to be fully active in the EPL season coming up. So I'm doing my whole that's why I may pay so much attention to the players, people we move and everything. You see me I say, so me want have my knowledge up when the EPL starts because me really want to attack the EPL market. Yeah. You don't know the thing. Big up everybody. Joe Grind them up and running. Marlon them, Brian G and them. Everybody in the comment section. Let me see who I'm missing here. Eames, of course. Owen. J.S. Guna, Colin Quest. Big up yourself. Colin came in a bit late. Big up to who else we got here. I'm going all the way back up. Yeah, man. Colin Quest is yes, Colin Quest is a member, man. Colin Quest, are you Kwani? You're Colin Quest? No, right?
No.
Okay, no. Yeah, big up Colin Quest is a member now, people. So Colin Quest and Mr. Ricky. Oh my God, I have to shout out Mr. Ricketts, man. Mr. Ricketts, big up. Join late, Mr. Ricketts. I have to watch the replay. Yes, I see 2 members come in, so I will just do them the service. I've just run back kind of through what we went over. Yeah, we talked about some personal things of the World Cup. I thought that Bunny Shaw deserved that red card for that last tackle because she broke down in her mental capacity. There was no reason for Bunny Shaw to make that tackle on a centre back in their own half at that point of the game when she is our most important player. However, I think that the referee also was she marked Bunny Shaw as a target. She was really on Bunny Shaw in that game. I think she was biased towards Bunny Shaw in that game, brother. I saw that she was biased towards Bunny Shaw. in the game, and she treated her a bit bad. There was times where Bunny Shaw had to fight to get a foul, but Jamaica, we always go through them things. And I think the referee was from Chile, but I expected Bunny Shaw to understand that. Listen, most coaches would have substitute Bunny Shaw in that game just to get him off the field, get her off the field, because it's we want to save her. But the coach trusted Bunny Shaw to stay out there and play safe. But Bunny Shaw just went and slide tackled the girl, because even if that call went to VAR, people, it's not that actual tackle why Bunny Shaw got the red. It's the 2 yellow. Because if that went to VAR, there's no way FIFA would turn that over from a referee and take the power from the referee and says that's not a yellow. So it's the
But
two.
When you look at the tackle, you know, Bunny Shaw didn't do anything wrong. When you look at it on a slow motion, it was on this chain foot that catch because he even fall his leg and he slide to block the tackle, but it's just the knee, like her knee catch her. So I don't really see that as a card. And the player was even falling over before even he got the tackle. The foot catch her. She was falling over because he tried to kick the ball and he stretched on the ball got away from her. And
Colin Quest and Ricketts and Brain Drain and a few other people who are members, as soon as I get some information on the players that Jamaica is going to recruit, you guys will get that information before everybody on the channel, because there's certain things that we're gonna probably be making video. I will give you a link to where you can see the information of the players that we're gonna be getting. So the people who are members of the channel, whatever information I receive about the Reese Nelson and those guys and all the players who should be coming in, I will be giving that information to the members of the channel first, because they are members and I'm working for them. So I have to give them that information. So that's why we say welcome to exclusive. You will have the exclusive. I haven't got to with my sources yet with everything, because the Gold Cup just went a bit dead. So I think we're in July, August. So in August, I think you're gonna start hear things buzzing a bit more in August, where players, and because the Nations League is gonna be in September, so you're gonna see people start revving back up again. And again, I will be doing an interview with a reggae girl. It's not very good what she's saying, what happened with her and the JFF, but I didn't want to do the interview while the World Cup is going on. I thought that what she's saying and the negativity based on her story, because I will question her in a certain way. I'm not gonna be biased as well. But what I'm saying to her is, no, it's not time for me to do this interview. I don't want to do that interview. I don't want to do this interview right now. We need to just support the girls, and then after the World Cup, we can talk about her journey with the Reggae Girls, because we don't want to put that negativity in the air. Omar Fowling, if you write in a capital letters or uppercase, that's why Stream Elements is deleting your comments. Patrick Cone said, big up, yes sir, JT, that was not a yellow tackle. Yeah, I understand that. But if you Patrick, if you leave the decision to the referees, then we always hate Jamaica, brother. Them will go red way. Them will give you a red card. That's the problem, you know. We can't put with destiny in them referee hands there. Chile, the referee come from, you know, brother. You know them people, they feel about we already. You see me I say? You know them feel about we already. We cannot leave that with the destiny up. I think Khadijah Shaw should just try to jockey the player, just close down the angle. But as I said, I think she was frustrated as well. I think that tackle came out of frustration of her not getting the calls, and the referee was being biased towards her. But that's what we need, a captain who is level-headed. That's where we need the captain to be the one who settles everybody and calm down the play, not the captain to go out and get a red when you are our best player. You're one of the best players in the entire World Cup. You see me, I say, we need to just get you off the field in one piece with the one yellow where you get already. So I thought she knowing that the referee is targeting her, I think she should have as well be a little bit more cautious, knowing that the referee was really just nailing down on her and wanted to give her another card. So, but however, it's Saturday's the game. I think we will have a preview and break down the game because, as I said, I don't know where Jamaica is going to get the goals from. Bunny Shaw is not there. Overall, though, I think Jamaica looks like a more cohesive and solid defensive unit than the Panamanians. However, I'm just concerned about where Jamaica is going to get the goals because Jamaica need to win one game to go through. Another scenario is if Jamaica draw all 3 games and Brazil beats France and France beats Panama, but it's going to come down to a goal difference. However, Jamaica would have not conceded if they draw all their games, and France would have conceded if they lost to Brazil. So that's one scenario where Jamaica could go through by drawing all 3 games. However, I think that Bunny Shaw getting that red card really hampers Jamaica's chances of going through now because Panama was the team that Jamaica supposed to strip those 3 points off and potentially get to 4 points. Now we're going into a game with Panama where I don't know who's going to score the goals. Big up everybody again. Big up the members of the channel. Big up Ricketts, Mr. Ricketts, and big up Mr. Colin Quest and Mr. Brain himself. Real profits in the building. Big up everybody. Quanic, thank you for coming through. Ben Laden, don't bomb up nothing tonight. Big up yourself, my G. Stay safe. Everybody stay blessed. I will be back. We're just revving back up again. We're just getting kicked off again because there should be players and news coming out on the Reggae Boys who should be joining the team very shortly. As I said, I will be letting the members of the channel know that as soon as I get the information, and we will get it moving. Thank you again, everybody, for joining. And until next time, see you. Have a safe one, brother.